Energy use has increased drastically over the past 10 years due to technology production. This increases our fossil fuel use and can lead to global warming.
Today, the United States is the largest producer of natural gas. Russia is second, producing 27.1 trillion cubic feet in 2015. The U.S. consumed 27.5 trillion cubic feet of natural gas in 2015, importing the additional natural gas to meet its demand. By sector, U.S. natural gas consumption in 2015 was 33% industrial, 35% electrical power, 17% residential, 12% commercial, 3% transportation. Led by the booming economies of China and India, growing global demand for energy is expected to secure the dominant position of fossil fuels for at least the next several decades.
Fossil fuels are finite resources. Some types of non-renewable energy are oil, coal, and natural gas. Petroleum, also called crude oil or just oil, is a liquid fossil fuel. Natural gas is one of the cleanest fossil fuels. When burned, natural gas only releases carbon dioxide and water vapor. Coal and petroleum also release gases that can pollute the air and water. Coal is formed from remains of trees, ferns, and other plant materials. Oil is from the remains of ocean-dwelling phytoplankton that died millions of years ago. And natural gas is viscous deposits of bitumen mixed with sand, water, and clay.
When fossil fuels are burned, carbon and hydrogen react with oxygen in air with carbon dioxide and water. During this reaction, heat is released which further amplifies the reaction. Electricity is generated by transforming mechanical energy to electrical energy in a turbine or generator.
The United States gets 81% of its total energy from its fossil fuels, oil, coal, and natural gas. We depend on those fuels to heat our homes, run our vehicles, power industry and manufacturing, and provide us with electricity. Eventually, the degree to which we depend on fossil fuels will have to decline as the planet's known supplies diminish. The difficulty and cost of tapping remaining reserves increase, and the effect of our continued use on our planet grows more critical. But shifting to new energy sources will take time. Some of the advantages for coal is that it is energy dense and plentiful. It generates electricity and makes steel. It is easy to exploit and has economic costs that are low. Some of the disadvantages is that it is expensive, releases sulfur and other air pollutants into the air, and has residual ash. The advantages for oil is that it is content for transportation for automobiles, trucks, and airplanes. For disadvantages, it contains sulfur and trace metals like coal and has the potential to have oil spills. The advantages for natural gas is that 1/2 of homes use it for heating. It is the cleanest fossil fuel. For a disadvantage, it can leak, it has fracking, and it can have extracted gas.
Burning fossil fuels produces carbon dioxide. This is bad for the climate. Fossil fuels reserves can also run out. That's why central government, like the Netherlands, wants to have low carbon economy by 2050. It's providing incentives for businesses to make the transition to sustainable energy. For example, a renewable energy source is thermal solar and voltaic solar.
Some popular sources of fossil fuels are coal, natural gas, and oil. When these are released into the air, carbon dioxide levels increase our universal temperature. Alternatives for fossil fuels can be biofuels, solar, and hydrogen sources.